Hello, David Finelli here from Century 21 UDN Realty, located on the Boulevard in Hasbrouck Heights, New Jersey, in the heart of Bergen County. We're here to talk about local market statistics, but I want to start with some national and some regional stuff first. Number one, homes are selling. The National Association of Realtors tells us that 14,000 homes sell every day. Now, that's on average. Not every day, but on average, every day, 14,000 homes sell. We look at Bergen County. The number of sales have gone up and down throughout the last 9 quarters. It's been a little crazy. However, prices have remained pretty static. That means that they haven't gone up much, they haven't gone down much on average. But there are a lot of winners and a lot of losers when it comes to pricing in Bergen County. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. When we talk about the amount of inventory we have, which is a direct indication of a down market, is that right now we have 13.9 months of inventory in Bergen County. That's down from over 15 and a half last month. What that means is it'll take 13.9 months to sell the inventory that's on the market today. For a normal market, we're talking 5 to 6 months. And for a good market, seller's market, which we had a number of years ago, which you'll all remember, is about 1 to 4 months. Anything over 6 months, 7 months and up is a buyer's market, or what they call a buyer's market. But we have something very interesting going on here where we've got low interest rates, good pricing, and pricing is pretty stable, as I said. So what we're going to have is a market for both sellers and buyers. When you look at the inventory, to continue on that real quick, actually as a whole, Bergen County is down 5% year over year. So let's talk about distressed properties right now. Bergen County has a total of more than 60% of its sales being that of distressed properties. That means short sales, foreclosures. That's what's happening right now. That's down a bit in April from March, where it was over 70%. Now it's just over 60%. That's a good sign. However, foreclosures have not stopped, but people in their delinquencies has started to decline overall. The great news is that we're starting to see an uptick in pending sales, which sales are starting to increase after a drop a little while ago. And the other good news is that over the next 5 years, we will see appreciation. That's by macro market. So you can check out their website to look at that graph, or you can get it here, as I'll talk about later. Let's talk about the towns now. Hasbrouck Heights. Year over year through April 30th, 2011, and the previous year, same time period, there was a 23% drop in the number of homes sold, and over 3% drop in average sale price. However, the median price stayed about even. That's a good indicator. Average days to sell went down, so that's another great thing. But the absorption rate, or the inventory, is still 13 and a half months. Lodi, New Jersey, you have a 26-month inventory. That means 26 months to sell the amount of inventory is there. You had a minus 19% in a number of homes sold, but you had prices stay about stable. They stayed static. They didn't really change that much. However, it took about 20 days longer to sell homes in Lodi year over year. Carlstadt, New Jersey, again, a 24% drop in the number of homes sold year over year through April 30th. You have a 13 and a half month inventory. Rutherford, New Jersey, which I'll talk a little bit about later, had a 38% drop in the number of homes sold. That's not a good thing. That's really telling because of the type of town it is. It's a great town. However, you've got a big commute town to Manhattan, and there's less homes being sold there, and a 26% increase in the amount of time it took to sell a home. However, pricing is good. Prices have actually gone up a little bit in Rutherford. Woodridge, New Jersey, 19% less homes sold. Pricing down 3 to 4%. And it took less time to sell a home in Woodridge. East Rutherford, New Jersey, you had a 32% drop in the number of homes sold, and it took 11 days longer to sell a house than it did the previous year over year. However, prices average-wise stayed the same. Median-wise, actually up 10% year over year. Not a big indication. That probably means there was a new home sold, the new construction sold, and that's what it means. There are anomalies in all these numbers, so remember that. Saddlebrook, New Jersey, had a 15% drop in the number of homes sold and a 2% drop in median pricing. It also took 14 days longer to sell a home. Maywood, New Jersey, 34% drop in the number of homes sold. Garfield, no change in number of homes sold. It took a little bit longer to sell a home in Garfield, but only an 8.7 month inventory. When we look at the losers and the winners of Bergen County, and most notably, let's get back to talking about Rutherford, New Jersey. They had a 38% drop in the number of homes sold year over year. The biggest loser in Bergen County, Franklin Lakes, had a 48+% loss in the number of homes sold. The biggest winner, Cresskill, 88% increase, and Paramus, a 33.3% increase. When we talk about all this stuff, you have to remember one thing about real estate market statistics. The tax credit of 2010 changed everything about how we're going to look at everything. Why? Simply because there was an accelerated real estate market through April 30th and June 30th, because they had to buy the house by April 30th and close by June 30th for the most part. So what we see is there was a huge uptick of sales through June 30th of 2010. Everything else after that, everything slowed down. So what happened was the buyers took advantage of the tax credit and the sellers increased their prices a little bit or got on the market quicker in order to take advantage of that tax credit. That's a good thing. However, what happens to us statistics people is we really can't look at these numbers until December 31st, 2011 to see what happened the entire year, compare it to 2010, 2009, and so on. So remember, if someone starts telling you that, in June, after June, that the market looks bad because it was terrible from year over year, don't listen to them. There are other places you can go to get this information. But first, if you want the information I just talked about, if you're on the century21udan.com site, right below this video is a link to the PDF to get the information that I just spoke about. If you'd like to talk to me and discuss this further, you can reach me at my office at 201-288-5533, or you can email me at bergenreinfo@gmail.com. I look forward to talking to you next month. Sorry it was a little longer, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. The market's getting exciting, things are picking up, and it's looking good. I'm not saying it's looking great, but there are some really good signs to hang our hat on. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next month.